Hello friends and welcome back to another rendition of our Ultimate General Civil War Confederates playthrough. We are still reeling in the aftermath of Fredericksburg, and I have been reading the comments you guys have left, and I have always wondered, is there any onus, is there any importance on these messages? And you folks said to pay attention to the news, so I'm going to have a little look. Up here this isn't saying too much other than that they're recuperating. Now this one I've read through, and it does say that there are almost 50,000 troops that will arrive shortly and take position on the flanks around us. Not sure how much these can be trusted, but I guess this is an interesting level to the game that previously when it popped up I thought, oh, pop-up. So it is interesting to see that. We have replenished our troops as best I can. You can see that the first corps here is almost full strength. Not quite, but almost. We've completely depleted our men and our resources in terms of cash. The reason that is I've listened to your guys' advice again and I've maximised our supply in 2 out of our 3 armies, and I'm going to try and do that in all of them because you folks said that replenishes for free, unless I've completely misunderstood, which is a distinct possibility. So we have our new divisions here. We do also have the addition of the Widowmakers in the 2nd Corps, and worst case scenario we can drag these guys into the 2nd Corps should we need to field 2 corps in one of these battles. For obvious reasons, we're not going to go in with Stones River just now, so we're going to look straight at Everettsville. Very small battle, very small reward, so we'll see how this is going to play out. I sometimes honestly prefer the small battles like this. I really do. As an exercise near Everettsville, intelligence reports that they're aiming to destroy the strategic significant Wellington Railroad. State of Pertinent Rail Supply Chain Washington Read. So I don't want to put the 1st Corps in, because we'll just be needlessly losing men. If I combine these, there should be a full strength corps going in, so I honestly think I'm just going to drag everything across here, and the same there. Okay, so in here, we probably want to try and do this. Moody in there, Gibson in there, Cannon in there. It bothers me that the 5th Rebel Yell were above them, so I want to do that. The Light Brigade we'll put in there, and the Big Game Hunters can go in there. So our 3rd Corps, we'll drag them across again. Okay, I guess we'll just do that. Then in here, we've got 2 more here. So we've got, what, 12 divisions here, which is roughly what we can muster, and we will send them forward. Now, I also take on board what you folks were saying about reputation. I probably want to try and bank that if I can. I have been trying my best to spend it on more men, but you said that it can carry hard if you do that. I also realise I've not showed my career in a while. We have spent all of our points, as I'm sure you would anticipate. We're pretty high into politics, we're pretty high into training, army org, and reasonably so in logistics. Economy and medicine are sort of middle of the board. Reconnaissance is very low. So here, I feel like we've got quite a level build. I think I'm going to do my best to try and up medicine and perhaps training, so we can hopefully replenish things a little more steadily. And on the side here, I'm having a look. We've actually technically not lost a battle, which I definitely shouldn't have just said. We've had draws. So we're representing well. At some point I'd like to think the Union's going to have to bend and cave under the pressure that we're putting upon them, but time will tell. So, we are going into Everettsville. Let us see what the Union has in store. 2nd Corps are taken to the field, let's go. General, we are moving to intercept the Union expeditionary force that heads to destroy our railroad bridge. It seems they have spotted us because they have prepared defences on this road junction. We must attack them and drive them off our lands. Nice and short and sweet. So we're deploying here. We're going to go along this path, I guess. And we're going to try and take this position, which I guess is on a crossroads. So I will undeploy everyone, redeploy them, and then we will get going, just like this. There's how we're deployed. We have skirmishers on the flanks that are going to move up, try and get eyes on, see what's happening. I have my cannons here next to the road to cut down their travel time. And I think we'll probably try and set them up maybe around here. And try and cover each flank with some of our infantry. So without further ado, let us begin the engagement. So everyone has their move orders. You can see if I go along the line, they all know where they're going. We're basically going to set up our cannons, and then once they get there and we get in situ, we're going to see what we're dealing with. We do have the new elite brigade of skirmishers, the Widowmakers, with their long-range hunter's rifle. So looking forward to seeing them take part. I will let this play until we actually get into engagement, and then we will cut to there. So we have a small engagement here. Our long-range skirmishers are sort of trying to deal with their skirmishers, and it seems like neither really want to engage in a sort of sloggy, pin-down battle. We're going to move some of our infantry here. Very damaged infantry, may I add, but they're moving around here. They're going to fire their volleys, and then we're going to retreat them back. The cannons are now firing at them. Not ideal. Infantry's arriving to support. You can see cannon shot also coming in there. But we're going to keep moving our skirmishers and our skirmish cavalry up. Going to move them up here, see if we can get an eyes on. Our cannons are getting into position now. We're setting them up where we want to. Got our commander close and our ammo close as well. Cook's basically going to move up here and protect them if we can. You can see that the brunt of the damage is currently going into our flanking force. And our infantry here, we are not running them into position. We are slowly moving them up, taking our time. And for once we're exercising patience. Ideally, I'd like my skirmish cavalry to get out here towards the road and then use this for a bit of a quicker engagement. And the big game hunters are moving up and trying to get an eyes on. I'm very surprised to be taking this much damage here. So I think we're going to have to set up our infantry and park the bus best we can, because that is a lot of men in there. Didn't expect that. Our cannons are starting to do some work though, which is good. I'm going to move Nicholas there. The big game hunters can start doing bits there. The light brigade I'm going to move round. They need to fire and run. Let's pull back. They shouldn't be in range of us. These three I think will move here. I'm going to detach some skirmishers for the sole reason of getting this capture point and hopefully giving us eyes on. Now there are cannons coming from there. It is very, very, very tempting to move some of our cavalry into the woods and see what we can sort of do. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move them around there and we're going to follow the path and see what lies in store for us. I'm going to move the Widowmakers to there. And here I'm just going to try and keep them somewhat occupied. Our cannons are beginning to fire and there's a bit of a skirmish going on. It does look like they have quite a defensive position there. So let's move our infantry in. We're going to go for a semi-frontal assault. The big game hunters are whittling them down best they can. We're moving our light brigade round to flank. We know there's a massive amount of them in here. I'm starting to wonder if this is one of these battles where I just have to go sort of full frontal assault. There's definitely cannons in here. And that's not what we wanted. That's not ideal. Can you gentlemen pull back? There's skirmishers out here. I suppose we somewhat guessed that might be the case. I'm going to move Moody down here and see if we can engage them with him. We will run him now. We will run him now. The big game hunters are just picking them off slowly, whittling them down, and we're getting an eyes on, and we know sort of where the enemy is now making itself known. Here we probably do want to move up and at least get an eyes on, if not engage these guys, just so we know where they are. And I think our best bet here is going to be a full-on frontal assault. Full-on frontal assault. Let them know where we are. We're here. If you want to dislodge us, go for it. Moody here is going to move up. We're going to stick him there, and we're going to keep the light brigade in support. I also take on board what you're all saying, that I am pretty much misusing my skirmish cavalry and probably trying to get them to do too much, honestly. So I will try my best to stop using them in sort of frontline roles. This looks very nice here so far. Nicholas, we're going to just keep you there, Nicholas. We'll just keep you there. You can go there. I'm going to move our cannons up as close as we can. And we'll move you to there. Right, the battle here is sort of kicking off. Whittling is getting whittled down, which is what we like to see. And I'm going to move Moody there with our skirmish cav in support. These guys are getting fired at 3 and 1, so honestly they should be gone pretty quickly. I'm going to move the big game hunters up, try and get them somewhat on the flank, and maybe they can provide an eyes on anything else that may be lurking in wait. Cook we can move up again. I think they're going to be routed back soon. I really do. So they have at least 1 cannon there, 3 infantry. Big game hunters, fire at them please. There we go. That is a lot of damage. They're now routing. We will take advantage of that. We'll set up on the tree line, we'll reload, and then we'll look to go up the hill as soon as we can. Here it appears that we have won this skirmish. We're going to move the chaps up. Keep an eyes on. We're not in a rush here. This is just pressure on. Keeping units pinned in. That's what we're trying to do there. You guys against basically the side of the map so that you can skirmish. You guys move up slowly, but surely. They are side on to us, which is excellent. The lads are pretty much all reloaded, so we are going to go for a somewhat charge up the hill. We're going to fire a volley at them, and then we'll see what we're doing. Moody's going to move to there and cover. The light brigade are going to come up and see if we can get them in. Maybe harassing the point here. Could be good for us. We'll move Naylor up. Cook's also going to move up. And our cannons, we can keep them where they are. So, you are going to fire at them. You're already firing. You fire. You fire. You guys have fired, so what we're going to do is move them as close as we can, and then we're just going to charge them. We're going to try and dislodge them from this area. Baylor is in assistance. Offering encouraging words. Right chaps, here we're going to get 1 more volley. We're going to move you up. You're going to fire there. You're going to fire there. You two are firing at them, hopefully. You can fire at that cavalry. Our light brigade's coming up. There's another division there. We knew about them though, didn't we? We knew about them. Okay, chaps, you have fired your volleys, and then we're going. Charge. Charge. You can engage them and hopefully keep them in. Light Brigade, I need you to keep coming up and putting in damage. Big Game Hunters come up too. Cannons doing some work. We're charging here, we're committing. We are committing. Light Brigade, you really can't be running at this point. We need to keep the fire on them. Consistent barrage of bullets. Oh, I guess it's probably largely muskets there. We are going to have some routes there. This is going to have to be something that we accept to try and dislodge them from the point. The Light Brigade are getting skirmished here, but we need volleys going in there just to try and dwindle them down and do damage. Try to keep firing at them. Greg has actually moved them from the point, which is tremendous. Cook has done his job, he's distracted them. Whilst we can, I'm going to move the cannons up and bring the ammo up. This is not looking terrible. Moody's going to come up here, see if we can help. Trig fire at them through the flank. You guys honestly could do the same, ideally. There we go, that's what we want. Light Brigade, just get out of there. You've done your bit, you've dislodged them. We are actually on the point. We're also in melee with cannons, which is a good time, I would say. Widowmakers come round. You guys just keep firing at them. We're looking not bad. Really not looking bad. Moody's going there. Big Game Hunter's there. Trig move up. Our guys have sadly been routed now, but we have moved them from the point, and Nicholas is coming back. So we are ideally going to just keep the pressure on here. Keep the pressure on them. Make them stay on the point, because we're already more or less at the point. We've kind of broken their centre. Cook's pressing here, and we're pressing him from there. So we look pretty good. We really do. Cook, I am tempted to charge in here, but we know the cannons and the men in reserve are going to cause problems if we do that. I am going to charge in with Trig now, just to keep the pressure on these guys. Mediator is going to be outnumbered here, so we'll move the Big Game Hunters up, see if we can help. Light Brigade I'm going to keep here, sort of protecting the flank. And our cannons are about to get themselves into situ, which is something we're going to need. Cook is now in melee, so we might as well commit him. They're already in. Here we're doing nicely, we're just holding them at bay. Big Game Hunters, we can move up, fire at them. Moody has somehow found himself in melee. Not ideal. We're going to move up here. I could technically move into that point, but I don't think it would really give us any sort of advantage. Greg, I don't know where you're going, but you're coming back up here, buddy. You can walk though, you can take your time. Let's get firing at them. Cannons, fire at them. Yeah, they're getting whittled down here. It's actually going pretty nicely. Moody's done his bit there, he's sort of bought us a bit of time, and we've got an angle on the point if we need to run in and just sort of quickly grab it, which I'm not going to rule out. We're through their cannons here as well, and I'm going to move our cannons up. We're going to take advantage. Greg, I actually need you running. You need to get back here. Like they're exhausted, so we can't actually get them back straight away. We have to sort of take our time a bit more. One cannon there. We'll put the second there. You chaps keep firing at them. You guys move up a bit. Try and close the gap with them. Baylor can stay there. Big Game Hunters are going to keep the pressure on here, I think. The Light Brigade I'm going to move around here just to cover the back. We are now splitting them in half here. We've taken out one of their cannons. This is good. Nicholas can move here, put the pressure on. Greg can move there, put the pressure on. Cannons are basically firing across. Cook can come here. We are looking good. Looking very good, actually. We'll move the Widowmakers up, who are 150 kills for Hunters Skirmishers is not bad, considering the range they also work from. They still have Skirmishers there, though. This is good. This is good. Light Brigade, I kind of want to get in here, but I imagine it's probably going to cause problems for us more than anything. But I am going to go in for a penny, in for a pound. We're going to try and grab them, bring them round. I am tempted to charge here once we've fired a volley. Can you guys finish them off? Fire at them. Fire at them. We're going to move our cannons up front and centre here and get the ammo up as well. It'd be lovely to rout them once and for all. Does not look like it's going to be possible just now. They're coming off of the point, which is excellent stuff. They're retreating back. Let's run actually and take this position if we can. Be good if we could. Cook's going to move up as well. We'll run him. Our cavalry, we need them just to commit and get round here. We could hopefully take out some of these cannons. I need their morale to stay though. Looks like it might. I don't know if that's men there or if they're routing. Hopefully they're routing. Be nice to. You know what? I'm going to fire the Light Brigade in them from the rear, and then we're going to charge them. See if we can rout them from the field once and for all. We're going to move Greg up. Move the cannons up. We are closing in here. We're very much closing in. We're closing the trap. We're very, very, very much closing the trap. So, chaps, fire a volley. We're going to charge them from both sides. You come straight back here. Fire your volley. Once that's gone, we're going in. Both sides. Let's go. See if we can hopefully capture them. We've barely captured any men in this playthrough. I think we've maybe captured like one infantry brigade. That's it. You know, it's not been one of the things that we, like when we played the Union one on Twitch, we were constantly capturing full brigades, and we're using that as one of our sort of large methods of replenishment. We've not been able to do that here. We are, however, though, moving up here and really causing a lot of problems. We're somehow routing here. These chaps don't appear to have charged, despite the fact that we ordered them to do so, so that's fantastic. The big game hunters are well and truly holding this flank, which is what we needed them to do. I really would like to charge in here, but I guess it's on a cooldown now, which is frustrating. Keep moving you chaps up here, we've got them pushed back. 56 minutes, we're getting close to that point where we need to just put bodies onto the capture zone. Once these guys are gone, I think that's something we'll be able to do. Cannons would be nice if you could skirmish them, that'd be real cool. Real cool. Keep moving up here, you fire there, straw hats get up, Widowmakers stay where you are. Looking good, I think. I'd like to pull Nicholas back, ideally, and then turn him and do that, fire through them. But for that I think we're going to need Greg, Cook, etc. to move up and sort of take the front line a bit more. So you chaps, can you get here quickly and then fire through them. Trig can also charge in again, so we're just going to commit to that, see if we can... We need to basically hit Revere from the battle. Stop him from coming back. You guys are going to take a position here. Cook's going to go there. I feel like we've got a bit of momentum here and they're sort of slowly crumbling. I feel like there's not too much they're going to be able to do about that. Moody, we're going to move you here. We're going to have to take the point very shortly. You lads have got the line of sight. We'll move you here. Keep pressuring them. I'm going to detach some skirmishers from Trig, and I'm going to move them towards the point, see if we can quickly grab it. Not looking to grab it and hold it from here on, but just challenge for the point and sort of see what their forces are like around it. That's what you'd use skirmishers for, is to get line of sight. We have an insane line of sight here now, though, that's for sure. Moody's going to move here. Trig can go there. And then we'll move his men round there. Nicholas can come here. 2 cannons, let's get you here. Ammo can also come here. Light Brigade. Those look to be isolated supplies, so we're going to go say hello to them. There's obviously cannons over here somewhere. Somewhere there is. Some supplies there as well. It'd be nice to grab them if we could. Keep firing here, my chaps. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. Greg, we're going to form there. And Cook will bring this way. Yeah, we've got a nice pocket forming here. The skirmishers, we really do need to get them on the point. We need to move Trig up, and Nicholas needs to come here. Moody needs to come up behind. The big game hunters will move around the flank. You chaps are solely going after these supplies here. Just trying to deprive them of some ammo. We have managed to neutralise the point, so I guess that's cool. They're firing at our skirmishers. I really shouldn't have sent them in. They've got expensive guns as well. We have secured the junction, and they are going to get screwed. Both sides, infantry firing. Not what would have chosen for them. We're going to move up. Nicholas is engaging them. We're going to move Cook here. You can keep moving up. You can keep moving up. The Widowmakers can keep moving up. Hell of a first battle for the Widowmakers, I'll say that much. Hell of a battle for the Widowmakers. They're making a name for themselves straight away. A strong, reliable flanking force. You chaps fire at them. You guys can reattach yourselves. Cannons are coming up. Ammo will move. We'll go do a wee lap with ammo. Get some replenishment in here. I think we've got them. We could honestly probably defend at this point. Let's pull you back. Let's also pull you back. We'll just set ourselves up in the woods here. Is this a good defensive point for us? Not really. Probably pull you back a bit. You're very close to the enemy. Set them up here in the woods. Set them up here in the woods. 3 brigades there should be enough. We can pull Cook round here to help out. Just need to sort of defend the point now. Big game hunters there. Light brigade in here. Ammo's doing its bit. There we go. They've been routed, which is excellent. We've got our cannons there. 1 cannon there. 2nd cannon in here. Ammo is... I'm going to update your sort of lap you're doing here. They have to move us from the point now, not the other way around. Let's get Nicholas there, and we'll put Cook in here. I think this is done though. This is going to go down as a nice win. A very nice win. You chaps definitely should not be turning and firing that way. You are facing this direction. This is your defensive point. They need to calm down. Moody's taking hits. Not much we can do about that, sadly. The Light Brigade are still here to cover. Very bad battle for them, but that's completely on me. It's no fault of their own. We're going to move up and just keep the pressure on here. I think this is where we're in danger of losing the point. Certainly not from this direction. Nicholas, let's get you in here. There is skirmish cavalry coming to say hello. Interesting. Big game hunters, we're going to creep them up here, try and get an eyes on, keep the pressure on through the woods. We are going to be flanked here, which is not ideal. Let's move you guys up, you've got a bit of condition. Nicholas, face up with them, Trig, face them. Cannons are doing okay, Light Brigade will keep moving them up. Pop you there, pop you there. I think that's got a nice sort of screening defence, 10 minutes to go and then I think we're in the money. Get you on the forest line, sort of tree line, same here. We stop running. Yeah, we're just duking it out across the tree line here. Not much else going on now. It's pretty much a conclusion, I think. And the conclusion is that we have won. We have gotten the better of them here. Okay, I may have spoken too soon because it does appear as if they are going for a somewhat late push. I think they're going to be a little bit too late here. But the fact of the matter is that the effort from them still remains here. Maybe shouldn't have pulled them back here, but just trying to reform them just in case, because there's a lot of pressure coming this way. Can't really pull Moody back as much as I'd like to, but I'm going to pull the Light Brigade round. We can always get them on their feet and fight in here if we need to. I think it's just too little too late from them though. The battle's pretty much done. Yeah, the battle's basically done. Light Brigade, we can get around here, we can get them on their feet. There we go. That is a good win for us. Let us see what the scores on the doors are. Interestingly, they're moving into the defensive point here, which I didn't expect to see them doing. We're apparently melee here now as well. 3 minutes to go and it's no longer contested. I think that's when we'll draw this to a close here. We have the Light Brigade firing in here reasonably point blank, so they should be doing a lot of damage with their repeating sort of rifles. You can see that that is not the case, so we're going to pull them out. 1 minute to go and then we're done. We're in melee here. A lot of casualties at the last few minutes of this battle. Not what we'd ask for. Battle is done, and that is a win. We had... I thought we outnumbered them there, but we did not. So there was roughly even numbers. They had a slight advantage. We lost 3,000. They lost roughly 5,000. So we still got the win there. In terms of goals, we did everything we wanted to do. In units, we are dominating the kills and unfortunately losses in some places. In terms of officers, no one died, which is always lovely. And in terms of goods, we captured a sort of handful here and there, but nothing to write home about really. Also got ourselves a lovely new service medal that we can wear. Pride of place in all these battles. We've got 61k, almost 5,000 men, 5 reputation and 1 extra career point. So I'm going to pay attention to this. So our reputation is having no morale effect. I am going to bank this unless there's something very special here, which as you can see there is nothing here we want to spend, so we won't be doing that. We do also have some career points to spend. Looking at what we have here, I think I'm going to pop this into training, which is going to make veterans cheaper, which is obviously incredibly important. But friends, we're going to keep this one short and sweet. We've done one of the skirmish battles, and in the next episode, or perhaps episodes, we will be taking part in the Battle of Stones River. You can see there's some big rewards here, so I assume there's going to be quite a bit of commitment here. Already looking forward to fighting that. If I'm also not mistaken, this episode will also be released on Christmas Day, so if you are watching, enjoying the festivities, get merry, have a good one, and take care of yourselves. Until the next time, my friends, toodle pip for now.